Ég stödd hérna fyrir utan samkomuhúsið á Akureyri. Leikfélagið hérna alveg að fara að frumsýna Benedikt Búálf. Við ætlum aðeins að fá að kíkja inn í álfana heim. Komið með. Nei, ok, býtu, prófum eitthvað annað. Ok, já, við bara förum inn hér. Þetta lítur í lagi. Halló. Kannski bara akkurat æfing núna. Kíkja. Þvílíkt hús, sko. Það ekki hægt að rata neitt hér. Heyrðu, kíkjum hérna. Heyr allavega eitthvað svona hlátrasköll og eitthvað. Það greinilega gaman allavega. Góðan dag. Hæ. Heyrðu, við erum hérna frá N4. Ætlum að taka smá einslag.
Já, velkomna.
Varstu búin að heyra því? Sko, mér skilst að við máttu að tala við Lí allavega.
Já, það er ekki.
Og svo bara fá svona svipmyndir. Já, einmitt. Herðu, ég finn ekki lífráð. Það enginn sem nennir að hjálpa mér hérna. Hann kannski hér. Lee. So, Lee, tell me, how has it been going? Teaching these kids how to dance?
It's been wonderful. I've had a really great time. It's wonderful to be back in Akureyri again, having been in lockdown in London for so long.
Okay.
B, it's just great to be working on this beautiful, magical show, which is really fun, and we're having a great time with such brilliant actors. It's great. I'm really loving it. Yeah, it's a very magical show, and the only thing I can compare it with is in the UK is pantomime. So it's like an annual Christmas show that we have in the UK where there's a goodie and a baddie and a quest and a journey to good winning over evil type thing. So it's a very kind of staple diet of children to have those kind of stories, and I think children really love to be terrified a little bit in the theatre. They like to be scared and knowing they're feeling safe.
What about your part of it? You are a choreographer.
Yeah.
Did you have to start from scratch? Was there something, did you build on something from the previous shows?
No, I started from scratch. So every show that I do, it just comes straight out of my imagination. So I listen to the music and I read the script, and then I try and figure out how those people move. So my job in this show is kind of like a choreographer stroke movement director. So I'm doing a lot of kind of whenever there's music playing, basically, that's when my job starts. And I kind of try to figure out, like, because not knowing much about the story, I try to figure out. I'd look in the script for little clues, like a detective, like how do elves who are like thousands of years old, how do they move, how do they dance? So I looked at the poster of the show, and I saw the guy who's playing Benedikt Búálfur, he has a costume on which looks kind of Regency, Victorian.
Right.
And then I looked at, he's 155 years old, and I thought, well, how were they dancing in 1876 when he was born? And so the style that I use is very kind of Regency, kind of almost like a British court kind of style that I kind of thought. But then I think elves kind of, when they look in people's windows, they might see the development of dance through the ages. So they see a little bit of disco and a little bit of Charleston and a little bit. So they take influences from human culture.
Well, the music is very epic.
Yeah.
So is it challenging to write music like that?
No, it's inspiring. And when I'm in theatre, I don't really see challenges. I just see solutions. And like I say, I'm a detective, kind of looking at the script and listening to the music and trying to figure out how people move. What is the vocabulary of the show? What is going to make sense to the audience? What is going to make sense to the actors? And I believe all the children know all the songs, but I think we've got some new songs in this one as well. So
exciting.
There's some new material, yeah.
So have they learned all their moves yet?
Today we've just finished, after 2.5 weeks, teaching them all the moves. So we just had our final rehearsal just 5 minutes ago.
How are they doing?
They're doing really well, yeah. The movement's quite simple, but it's effective. I mean, this is it's quite a big stage actually. It's a beautiful theatre, but it's actually quite a big stage, and you've got to fill it with movement, and it's a smallish cast, so it's trying to make everything look big and full, and using every inch of the space really.
I've heard that you're a bit of a tough coach.
I can be, yeah.
Can you?
I just like things to be really, really amazing, you know. I like things to be absolutely perfect. And I never kind of say, yeah, that's fine. Or, yeah, that's good. I always kind of go, OK, how can we make this better? How can we work harder and make it better? And my philosophy is that if someone's buying a ticket to come to see a show here, then we have to be worth the ticket price and much more. Because, you know, this is a gift we're giving to them, but they pay for a ticket and we've got to be brilliant. So we've got to be the best we possibly can. And that's my ethos in any show I'm doing, from Akureyri to New York to Japan to wherever I'm working.
So, I am a very bad dancer.
Okay.
I wanted to check if maybe you could teach me just one move.
Okay, give me your right hand.
Yeah.
Here, and hold. Now put your hand behind your back.
Yeah.
That's it. Now pull up and kind of stand to the side of me a little bit. Like now, imagine you're wearing a beautiful dress, and
I wish, yeah.
kind of in the court of Henry VIII, and you're going to step in with your inside leg. You're going to step into me, in and out, and then we're going to walk around, round,
Oh, I've got hand.
round. And yeah, so as you step in, pull away from me a little bit. So we're going to lean back into that position, and then we're going to lean here, and we're going to walk around like we own the whole.
Like we own the world.
Like we own the world, and then I can take you here, and bring this arm across actually, and I'll come into here. Yeah, and this is another move that we use this move quite a lot, and get quite low, and then reach for the floor with that foot. Reach, and we're going to walk around, reaching. Yeah.
Right.
That's very, very the basics of the kind of Regency style, but there's lots of weird kind of quirky things they do.
What about the bad ones, the evil elves? How do they dance? Is it different?
Yeah, no. At the beginning, everyone's an elf. So they all kind of have the same kind of style, and then you just change body language. So the evil elves, because they have the toothache, and the toothache kind of changes them into a dark elf. Everything comes from the tooth, so the way they move is very kind of based from pain, and everything hurts. So there's a lot of, everything's kind of twisted and angular.
Drama.
Yeah. Just a little bit more twisted body shape and an angular body shape. But it's never kind of like, you know, let's be monsters. It's always got a little bit more kind of animalistic quality about it, like a wounded cat or a hyena.
Okay, that's a nice analogy.
Yeah.
So what's the most enjoyable thing about being a choreographer and dance teacher?
Getting to come to Akureyri. That's really enjoyable, yeah. Getting to travel and work in different countries, meeting different people, and different shows. It's been very difficult working for the last year, as we all know, in theatre, and so it's just amazing, and we feel so very lucky to be back on stage again and rehearsing a show for everyone. So it's and it feels very safe here. I love that.
Yeah. Are you excited to see the show ready?
Yeah, always, yeah. But the closer we get to the show opening means the less time I have left in Akureyri. So it's kind of like, it's bittersweet, because I'm having such a lovely time, and it's so nice to be here, that the closer we get to the show, the premiere, is, because I know I go back home after the premiere, so yeah, that's pretty sad that I'm going to have to leave again.
You're just going to have to come back soon.
I'm sure I'll come back again soon, yeah, I hope so anyway.
We'll be happy to have you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you for the teaching and for the chat.
Thank you.
Álfa hárgreiðslur. Hvernig eru þær öðruvísi en venjulegar?
Það
eru óvenjulegar. Þið eru óvenjulegar, er það ekki?
Jú, það er bara, ævintýralegar.
Ævintýralegar, það er rétt. Hvað eru þið lengi að græja eitt svona álfahaus? Korter. Ætlum við að vera okkur? Já. Já, þið hafið korter, meinarðu? Já, korter, hálfslung, eitthvað svoleiðis. Já. Hvað segir þið stelpur? Er ekki spennandi að vera að taka þátt í svona stórri leiksýningu?
Jú, það er geggjað.
Af hverju fenguð þið þessi hlutverk? Er það ekki, ég hef heyrt einhvers staðar að þið séu svaka dansarar, getur það passað?
Já, við erum pröfur. Það er mikið samt. Já.
Já, á dansstúdíónu?
Já.
Einmitt. Hvernig voru pröfunar? Voru það erfiðar?
Það var skemmtilega. Já, það var svona hita upp og svo fórum við að læra til dans. Já, og svo var ég svona leiklið, en svona, stuðnuleikir og hópa.
Hvernig er að vera að vinna með öllum sem frægu leikurum?
Það var svo gaman.
Hvað er svona mest spennandi við þetta, haldið þið?
Allt. Já, bara að sýna svona stöfn leikrit og bara gaman að, vera í þessu með fólki.
Trúið þú álfasögur?